What do you think makes up, if you were to design, if we sat down with a sheet of paper or some form of strategy to design the perfect real estate broker?
Yeah. As an individual or a company?
An individual. What does the perfect real estate broker look like?
The first thing is you need to be able to read situations. Reading people, have an empathy to understand when to press on a situation, when to back away, how to act around people. Just general, I suppose, social awareness of what's going on around you. I've met many people where they're the same tone with every single person. They're never a success. To be successful, you need to know if someone's posh, you act posh. If they're relaxed, act relaxed.
I mean, the ability to mirror people.
Yeah, you're just mirroring people so you know how to act with people.
Okay.
Probably the next big thing is just accepting the fact that they're going to have to be dramatically hard working to be successful. I've never met a lazy success ever. You can win the lottery.
Yeah,
that's not success. That's not success. And I always revert to like a football analogy. Look at the best footballers in the world. You look at Ronaldo, he's always the hardest working footballer on the pitch.
Yeah.
All my best agents, working all weekends, even though they're number one as an individual, they're not resting on their laurels. They're constantly working hard.
And this is the problem I find, that most companies that are recruiting real estate or any salespeople, they have this kind of like the generics.
Yeah.
You know, they know how to understand and read people. They've got a really great work ethic. They've got a great attitude. That isn't enough. Yeah. So what are the other ingredients your top people have? If you were to literally sit and break them down, what is it?
A seller or a buyer, they want advice from an agent. That you're supposed to be the expert, but so many people fear telling the consultant. God, what's going on there? He's not happy, is he? He's not happy at all. So many people fear standing up to their client and explaining why the reason they're wrong is. So the most successful people, if there's an offer on the table and they think it should be accepted, they will press on and say, no, here's your comparables, this is why you should be accepting it, and if you don't accept it, this is what will happen next. But the failures, and not failures, the non-successful, they just coast to it. They go, okay, let me see what I can do.
How valuable is it, and how important is it for people in your team to stand out but also fit in?
I think you are who you hang around with. You know, in Allsop and Allsop, an example, we're all a bit weird. We're all competitive. We all just want on the same goal. But if you work in the company and you fit into sloppiness and coming at 10 o'clock, I see companies starting at 10 o'clock, and I think to myself, like, if you're accepting that, you're fitting into laziness to a degree and a structure that you shouldn't be. So fitting in definitely is a big part of it, but fitting the mold of the company's mold as well is massive. It's a massive part of it.
I think a lot of people don't necessarily understand themselves. Okay, they're taught to understand their client, mirror their client, but take time to really understand who they are.
Yeah.
And to understand and have compassion and empathy for their colleagues, let alone their clients. And this is something that you find in a kind of like a red-blooded sales environment that very often is limited.
Creativity for me, you don't need to be creative to be a good salesperson. I think what you need to do is be smart enough to understand what works, what the
but hold on a minute, this is where a lot of people get this wrong in my mind, because they go and work for a company, there's success in that company, okay, and do what the successful people do and you'll make good money.
Yeah.
And it stops people thinking further than that. Having to be creative, or having the ability to be creative, is really important.
Yeah.
Because how do you grow if your top sales guys are earning, let's just say a number, they're all earning £100,000 a year, let's just say, and everyone reaches that ceiling? How do you get to the next ceiling unless somebody thinks outside the box or comes around with a new piece of a new idea? Just like you do when you go, oh, I've just got this great new bit of software.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's going to revolutionise stuff.
Yeah. But I must say is that creativity, as we talked about, it is massive, but you also need to build on the fundamentals and basics of what has worked. Someone
came up with the idea of putting a property portal together.
Yeah. And
it wasn't a real estate broker.
I agree.
And that property portal, and I'm sure there's many of them around the world, but the one that we know here in Dubai that's the most famous is Property Finder.
Yeah.
Now that's the wealthiest, highest income generating real estate attached business in Dubai at the moment.
Correct.
Again, that was creativity that came up with the idea. How often has someone come to you in your office with an idea, okay, and you've gone, do you know what, I'm going to investigate that?
Quite a lot, actually. Honestly, I swear to you.
Yeah.
I am like I said to you before. My what I get kicks out of is probing different things. So, if someone genuinely comes to an idea that I'm interested in, my office is open. I want people to come to me and go, Lou, what do you think about this? People come to me about developers and they'll say, we've got this developer, we want to launch it. Okay, what can we do that's unique and different to go to market? Or what do you think about this commission scheme?
Yeah.
Anything like that, I'm easy like that. If I think it's logically good, a good investment or good investment.
Okay,
time.
so then, let's say I'm one of your employees. I come to the company, I'm working at the company, and I'm one of your...
How long have you been there?
I've been there a year.
Okay.
I'm reasonably good at what I do. You're happy with my performance. I come to you with an idea that I think is going to revolutionise stuff.
Yeah.
All right. You think it's a rubbish idea.
Yeah.
How do you handle it?
If it's someone that I've invested time into, let's say we've worked together for a year, you would not get pied off. I wouldn't just send you packing. I'd sit down with you and go, okay, so this is the pitfall that you're going to find. Bang, 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 that I can see the benefits of this and this. I don't think financially it would make sense. And the amount of conversations that people come to me about bloody opening barbershops that work for me.
It's that innovation that's important. It's
Of course.
trying to push yourself into areas you haven't gone before. And you've said many times, it's quite simple selling real estate. It's not complicated. It's all about people. But the fact is, and other companies as well, trying different things, new things. I think it's really, frustrating for some people that work at companies that see other companies innovating, trying new ideas, because I think innovation is key to all businesses. And watching maybe their company not being prepared to take those types of chances and risks.
Yeah.
And that sometimes leads to frustration with people in that type of environment.
What does Sheikh Mohammed say? He says something along the lines, the biggest risk is not taking a risk.
Yeah.
Which is very true.
Absolutely.